Good morning and welcome back to more Ogre Battle 64. Today, I did go get the one experience I needed and also recruited, we already looked at you, recruited a Sphinx, which turns out are kind of lighter element. As we saw earlier, cannot change equipment. I thought there was a way to just like look directly at their skills. Yeah, you're a Sphinx, I'm aware. Interesting. I've never used that menu before. I definitely thought there was a way to actually just look directly at like the skills in this unit. Ah, here we go. You press the start button and there we go. Oh, that's helpful. Oh, okay, here we go. The inherent ability to select and cast the spell that is most effective against the enemy. Interesting. Okay, so this is just random cast a spell, but it'll always select what is most effective against that enemy, the element that's most effective. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, they are a neat unit, as they are a sky unit and they are slightly higher alignment. So if I really, really wanted to, what I could do is I could take 2 Hawkmen out of this group and put that Sphinx in here instead. I don't really want to, frankly. I don't see much of a need to do that, but I could do that. Likewise, I could, have a Griffin or a Pinnacus in that group instead. Again, I could do that. I don't really see a need to. And the Cockatrice, technically, I could also put a Cockatrice in the group if I really, really wanted to. Again, I don't see a need or desire to, but I could. But yeah, so that's neat. There's a bunch of units in this game I'll probably never use, but I wanted to show them off. And let's go to our next mission. Advocates of the Darkness. All right. This land holds no strategic value, but there is one concern. Okay. The demons seem to rule this land, but it seems pretty peaceful. That's why people are flocking here. So the demons are making people dependent upon them. Seems that way. This only compounds matters. They've stationed their units to protect the refugees. They want us dead. Here are the details. Interesting. So we're kind of the bad guys in this scenario, even though we're fighting literal demons. Okay, so we've got a castle across the bridge there that we want to protect and make sure it doesn't get taken. But we do not need to take it. Got it. We need to take that place, which is a day west. Okay. Not going to be much of a problem. The enemy are demons from the netherworld led by more powerful beings. Some possess special powers that we can't even imagine. But there must be ways to deal with them. Yeah, it's called draconian spells. Which I've honestly been tempted to make more spellcasters just to make use of the rest of our spells, but I don't know who I would do that, or change to do that, frankly. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm certain they're watching and waiting for us. Fair enough. Alright. I think this will probably be a pretty short mission, I say before it takes way too freaking long. Alright, so immediately, I want to double check some things, because I don't fully remember. I think there was only a couple units we have that are level 31. Dio's level 31, Leah's level 31. Okay. You're level 31, You are level 31. You're level... Okay, never mind. We have a couple of units who aren't level 31. Got it. Alright, well... Let's take a look at what we need to do. We don't want to take this place, but we do want to protect it. So I think I might go ahead and dispatch... Who do I want to dispatch for that? Let's dispatch Leah to come just hang out over here and make sure no enemy takes this place. There is also a treasure that I want to get that is down right over here, so maybe I'll have her move over there first. Yeah, there's a treasure like right in here that I want, and then you can actually just protect this place until I make sure that nobody's going to take it. We need... I think Ankaseth is actually our best bet for that one. Or I should say Destro is our best bet for that one. Because he is slightly low. He is low alignment, but he's not nearly as high alignment as everyone else. So I think he is our best bet to take this location. I'm glad I figured that out because it was becoming a real problem not being able to do anything with that. Dio... Actually, no, we won't have Dio do that. We'll have Gilbert come over here and get this treasure. Because there's also a treasure over there. And then we'll just have him come back. Who do we need to take this place? We need someone... neutral. Okay. Ramberty is probably neutral enough, and that also lets us see some of the enemies. Alright, what are we dealing with here? So far, it looks like it's just the guys over on this side. We do have a Satros over here, which is actually a good enemy for Ramberty to fight. And if we wanted to get an additional Satros, this is probably the unit to try and get it with. I don't really want another Satros, but that would be the unit for it. We've got Aqua, okay. And then we've got a small... Well, actually not a small legion, but a legion, I should say. Okay. So far, these are also not bad ones for Ramberty to be fighting. Actually, that particular unit with the dragon is a really good one for Ramberty to fight. Okay. Interesting. Sure. So we'll have Ramberty go fight... Go for Bento. Okay. We do need Magnus to take some places as well. Let's have Dio hang out here. And then Magnus... Well, actually, what do we need for this place? Someone high alignment? Magnus is high alignment. He's higher alignment than I want him to be. So we'll have him go for it. I should actually take a look at what Dreyfus here has. Oh yeah, he's the one with all that stuff. Okay, that's fine. Dio's gonna hold down the fort. Margaret can come after you. Oh, that's right, I've got you going there. Okay. You're level 31, you're level 31. I don't remember if Lytle was. Let's take a look. No, Lytle is not. Okay. So Lytle also can come over here to help. And then I'll dispatch these guys just to further hold down the fort if needed. Okay, let's see what happens. And we can now see that we've got some enemies up here as well. We've got Coffee. Okay. And we've got Katsu. Alright, fair enough. We've got a flying unit over here who's going to be a little bit annoying. So we're actually going to have Margaret. Yeah, we'll have Margaret turn around and go after this guy instead. And Lytle, you are hopefully now facing the correct direction. Yes, cool. Go after Abel, I guess. Margaret, turn around. And now I can send Margaret at the specific opponent. Okay. Let's see what happens. We got a lot of enemies here, but I'm not particularly worried about any of them so far. I don't even see anyone down here. Margaret can just fight this guy over and over. That's fine. Their leader is right up front, so that's gonna work out great for them, I'm sure. Hopefully we get our Seraph to attack before getting put to sleep. That will help a lot. We do. Okay, cool. Oh, and they're not even going to target the Seraph to try and put them to sleep. Perfect. Okay, so we will definitely kill the leader here as long as we land a single hit. We did. Cool. We're not going to kill anything else here, but we did kill the leader, and that's the most important thing. And now I think I'm just going to have this unit continue to hunt these guys down. Take them out. All right, we got another Chattel Hog over here, so that's pretty cool. And we've got a Gorgon up, a Gorgon up front there. That's going to be annoying to deal with. This is not really the enemy I wanted you guys specifically fighting, but it's fine, I guess. These guys are not as rough for people you want to be dark aligned as the previous enemy, or the previous map was, which was just full of undead. Okay. Starting to get a little hurt. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put on a field pause. Yeah, everyone's alignment's going to go up a little bit there. Can't really avoid that. I don't want their alignment going up too much, but overall it's mostly fine. You know what? You guys just keep doing everything you're doing. Ramberty, on the other hand, I'm actually just going to have you turn around and come up here. I'm also going to go ahead and use an item to heal you up. Okay. We'll have Magnus fight a few people. So he needs experience as well. We're not going to be able to directly target the leader just yet, but good luck mowing through Magnus. They really don't like... I don't remember his name. But they really don't like our knight up front. But that's too bad for them. Oh, and we get to see White Mute. Haven't seen this move yet. Oh, okay. I'll take that. Oh, cool. It looks like Magnus might get the final blow on the leader here, which is the only lightly aligned, or like high alignment person here, so that might lower Magnus's alignment a little bit. That would be helpful, actually. And we will definitely just wipe out this whole unit. In fact, Saradin just... Okay, never mind. Our alignment went up somehow. I don't know how. I get it, goblins are not exactly high alignment people, but I don't know. Alright, this is a little bit of a rougher fight because of the dragon in the back. That dragon is going to hit any non-flying unit and damage them, and also lower their... do a power down on all of them. We also don't really want to get an additional kill here. So I'm going to have Magnus retreat, because we just wanted to get the one kill to get him up a level. So now this unit is also level 31. And Lytle's going to get side attacked. That's not ideal. How are you in a position where you're getting side attacked? Well, we killed the leader. So at least there's that. We're going to put in a field pause. Yeah, I'm not concerned about Troy. I am kind of concerned about our archer up front, just because they're going to take a number of hits here. Okay, I probably should retreat, but instead I'm going to use a Pedro of Earth and get one more kill. Cool, and they missed their attack anyway. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why you were even in a position to get side attacked. No. I instinctively tried to hit the start button to get out of this, but I was already paused, and I needed to remain paused, so that was my bad. We're gonna get hit real hard here, but I don't think there's anything I can really do about it. So this is gonna hurt. And they do get to do that twice. I want to make sure we kill this leader. Killing the leader means that we will probably kill this dragon. Barely. We just barely killed the dragon. But it was enough to go up a level. Okay. We are paused. Oh boy. Okay. Lytle, please turn around to kill Bento. Okay, and we do have these units also coming down from here now. Got it. You are coming up here. You are chasing down that guy. And then everyone will be level 31, I think. Except for Ankaseth, who is working on it. He'll have his own units to fight over there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I only have 2 units who are not level 31 yet. And you will have this enemy over here, Phi, who's acceptable for you to fight, and Nox, potentially, who is going to be an interesting fight. Alright, 85, so we still want someone high alignment for that. We'll send Shirley over there as well. We'll have you stick to plan. You're gonna go for it. You are now... I think I already commanded you to do this, but you are now going after Bento. We'll have you go after Aqua, just to finish them off. Alright, this is a much better arrangement. This would also be a fine fight for Ramberdy to be doing, but whatever. Ramberdy will have their own fights up north. Okay, that Centurion can actually do quite a bit of damage. Centurions aren't terrible units. They're just kind of... They're not really specialized in anything. They get 2 attacks from, I think, every location. And they can hit relatively hard. Let's use a Pedro of Fire. Kill this soldier, why not? We have these Pedros. I might as well use them. I didn't actually want to put it in an interrupt. All right, sure, yeah. Now they're down 2. Okay. Magnus can get some more experience. It's never a bad idea having Magnus at a higher level, just because if he dies specifically, then it's game over. Cool, we'll get our white mute. Might as well put in a field pause, just because I'm going to need to command Magnus to do something else now. And I should probably just have him go after... Yeah, okay, everyone's alignment's going to go up. Sure, whatever. We get a Sum Madness for that, which is incredibly low stakes for me now. So we'll go have you go there, and we'll also have Lytle... I guess hunt down Lloyd? I don't know. Magnus might get Lloyd first, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, we get an heavy axe, so that's pretty cool. And we'll have Magnus fight this unit. Okay, the guys on the sides are definitely dead. Magnus, you didn't even need to hit that one. But maybe your alignment will go down for once. I don't know. I'm gonna put in a field pause just because I think I want to have, now that I'm not as concerned about everyone getting up to level 31, I might switch Margaret's target to come help clean out some of these guys who are just hanging around. And just have Gilbert take care of the other guy. Oh wow, he didn't die. Well, now he's dead. Nope, everyone's alignment is still gonna go up. I don't know why. Okay, you know what? Magnus? Tired of you. Well, no, we probably should have you just still take the stronghold. And then you can hang out there. Margaret, I guess you are closer to this guy. I think I just want to have you come over here anyway. And then we can just have Gilbert finish this guy off. Well, first, come get the item over here, then go finish this guy off. Okay, Magnus is gonna fight Lloyd. If I can get away with it, I'm just gonna run away. I can get away with it. Cool. I'm fine with that, actually. Nah, Magnus, you're not going to be able to take this place. That's a good place for Paul to try and take, actually. So we can have Paul start walking over here as well. All right, Ramberty versus Coffee. Caffey? I don't know. We're getting powered down a little bit. But we should, at the very least, be able to kill the leader. There we go. Now it doesn't really matter if we don't make any other real accomplishments in this fight, because at least the leader's down. Yeah, and we're not really going to get any other accomplishments in this fight, but we're also not very damaged, so that helps. And our alignment actually went down, which also helps. Okay, so you can just keep doing what you're doing. Lytle will take out Lloyd. And then, once this unit is taken out, we can actually just take this stupid city. There we go. Now, Lytle is not level 32. I'm gonna... Well, actually, no. I was gonna say I'll get Saradin to level 32 off of, like, having him specifically grind in a fight, but actually that's not gonna work either. I guess I'll have you come over here and kill Bento. Alright. Destro, you finally get a fight. And that fight is going to be utterly annihilating this poor Diana. Yeah, that was overkill. And we haven't even used our magic yet. Behold Meteor Strike. These guys do not stand a chance. Liches with Draconian magic are very, very good. It's also really hard to put a status on a Lich. I'd really like to actually get my turn, though. That would be cool. Alright, well that guy's dead. We'll get ourselves healed back up. I guess it'll depend on how well the... I'm debating on whether I want to use a Pedra here to try and help out a bit. It won't target both of them, so I don't think it matters. I actually forgot that Ankeseth would get another turn there. Okay, sure. Well, we're up another level. That's fine. I'm pretty sure that was more, like, a little bit of overkill in terms of experience, but it's fine. Okay, Ramberty's gonna fight this guy. I should have Ankeseth turn around and target the actual flying unit so he doesn't get side attacked. Now, this is not really the ideal unit for these guys to be fighting, but it is the unit blocking them from taking the town I want them to take. So, the leader's dead. We're going to keep guarding against these guys, which I'm fine with. We're not going to take either of these ogres out, but they're not going to be able to do enough damage to, like, kill anyone, so I'm not concerned. They can do quite a bit of damage, but it's not going to kill anybody. And that'll push them out. Cool. I'm going to have you actually target this guy. I just had the thought that I probably shouldn't have Lytle fighting this guy, but that's okay. Just because I do actually have a couple of units who are not level 31 yet, but it's fine. Mostly, I just wanted the units gone. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and have you take this stronghold, because it doesn't really matter who goes there. Okay, that place has been liberated. We get a Feather of Archangel over there, so that's pretty cool. We'll have you go ahead and just kill out Rush. We're going to have you fly over here. You are going to fight Nox, who is fine for you to fight. Once you've done some good damage to this guy, I'll have you turn around and just keep actually going towards the stronghold. There goes their leader. They keep just trying to put our leader to sleep, which is smart, but it doesn't work very well against a lich. Okay, let's see what this white mute does. Or no, you don't use white mute. Let's see what sort of damage this does to their back line. We might just one-shot this whole unit without even using a Pedra. I think we will, actually. Depends on if that hits. It does. Okay, yeah, we take them all out. Doesn't even need to use a Pedra. This is a really strong unit. They're really tanky, and they hit really hard. And we got our alignment down. I don't know how, but we did. And I'm fine with that. Cool. We got a love and peace for that, so that's pretty neat. Please go ahead and take this stronghold now. Alright. We actually finished liberating that place. Dio's gonna continue holding out over there. Okay. Somebody just used an item. I think it was that guy up there. Shirley's over here. This place has also been liberated. Cool. Okay. Pretty much everything else going on is going to be over here. We've got a couple of people that we need to clean up. And luckily, our two people who still need levels are right next to them. So let's have Ramberty start going for Coffee, because I think that's the better unit for him to fight. Doesn't really matter that much either way. Alright, we'll have Paul get his... Actually, his stamina's fine. I guess he can rest for a little bit. What do we need to take this place? We need someone's darker alignment. Okay, well that's gonna be difficult. Shirley, can you come get this item? And then come down over here, please. Okay, we get a Saint Scarab over here, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna have you go guard that place. Ramberty needs a little bit more experience, so we'll see if we can get it against this unit. And then we'll see if we can get Margaret to level 31. And then everyone will be level 31, except for Magnus, who's level 32, outside, of course, of Saradin. And Saradin will hit level 32 as soon as we kill the boss here. Okay, there's that guy down. There's that guy down. Okay, well, we got 2 kills. We'll see if that was enough. It was. Okay, cool. So, Ramberty, you can go back to town, and we can have Margaret come finish cleaning these guys up. Come back to Stronghold. Margaret, go kill this guy, because I'm pretty sure he's just a couple of ogres. Yeah, which is not something I want Ramberty fighting. Alright, Paul, you have definitely been sitting in town for long enough, so let's go have you take this stronghold. And then I need to figure out what I want to do about you. A Gorgon from the front line, which is not what we want, and some golems in the back line. So what we need to do is take out the Gorgon really, really quickly. Because I don't see any realm in which we are going to be able to attack them from the back. Alright, these guys are in the corner, so they're going to take the least amount of damage possible from our move, but that's okay. We do have our strong physical front line. Cool. And everyone gone so up a level. Okay. Target's been eliminated. I'm just gonna go ahead and have you kill this guy as well, because I don't really see any reason not to. And we'll see what sort of enemies spawn, if any. Leah, you are exhausted. Take a nap, girl. We'll see what enemies spawn, if any, as soon as we take this place. We did find our item. We get a Saint's Shield, so that's pretty cool. We'll have you go ahead and just come over here. Gilbert, did we kill the enemy up there? I don't remember you actually fighting that guy. Okay, hang on. Maybe I never actually directed him to do so. We're gonna let him sleep for a little bit, and then I'm gonna have him turn his ass around. Or maybe the enemy flew over the water. That is one of the annoying things that they can do. All right, well, we get a little bit more experience there. Cool. We'll have you return to Stronghold. Can you just face this way? Yeah, he's right there. Kill him. Kill him proper. Alright, this place is liberated and no further enemies are coming my way. Okay, sure. Huh. Alright, well, I think I don't actually know who I want to come kill this guy. I know in order to take this place, the best person for it would be Destro. So I might just pause and let people move around a little bit. So we'll skip ahead until people are in their proper positions, I think. Alright, so we're about to have Gilbert against the last unit on the field, who's not in the town anyway. We might not be able to work through all of these guys. Yeah, we might not be able to work through all these. Well, if we keep getting hits like that, we will. Actually, you know what? I think we will work through all of these guys. Never mind. Okay. Game just wanted to prove me wrong. And we're now level 32 with Gilbert. So that will work. Okay. Okay, game. And we get an Ice Blade for that, which at this point in the game, I don't think is useful at all. Well, we'll have you come over here. That way Dio can move out of town. Oh, we actually have the unit moving. Okay. I think Lytle is fine to fight this guy if needed. Yeah, Lytle should be fine. Okay. That's unexpected. Well, we'll see what happens. If they want to try and take my stronghold, they can do that. It's not going to work very well for them. Lytle versus Alyssa. As long as we get to move before the Gorgon, we should be able to just take them out before they use their move. Unfortunately, we missed. So they're definitely going to be able to use their move here. And we got several people petrified. We need to kill the Gorgon. Okay, the Gorgon's dead. We're not going to be able to kill either of these two golems, so I'm not even going to worry about it. That's really annoying. That's really annoying that it happened that way, but we did win. And the Gorgon is dead. What town has... So let's... Okay, so we need to move... We need to move you down here. Yeah, that's really annoying that it went down that way. but I can fix the experience discrepancy with neutral encounters later. And now all that's left over here is a couple of golems, so I'm not concerned about those anymore. We'll have Dio go ahead and move over here as well. We've got some Saturoses who are on their way to town. Okay, that's not terribly dangerous. And that won't be terribly dangerous. All right, fair enough. Yeah, Gilbert can hang out over there. That's fine. Lytle, we're going to have you go visit the witch. Now, unfortunately, these guys might take like thousands of goth to revive. No, that's actually not that bad. You know what? That's close enough to 500 that I'd rather just pay the witch to do it than use my healing items to do it. Because to use the healing items to do it, I have to go back to Stronghold, and then I have to have them retreat, and then I have to use the healing items, and then I have to bring them back out. And it's just annoying. It's just annoying, and I don't want to do it. Okay. So we'll bring back Troy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these guys move to hold down the Stronghold. There we go. Yeah, those Gorgons are really annoying. Really, they're just a money check at the end of the day. And we've got plenty of money. I'm going to have you move over here. And once you're over here, I can have Gilbert move down here so that Leah can actually leave. Oh. You guys aren't even going to go to town? Oh, okay, you are. You are coming to town. I was confused at first. I'm just like, really? Destro, I'm going to have you just face this way. Maybe I don't know what their plan is. And we're going to go ahead and use a Power Fruit because you're really tired. And that does affect your ability to, you know, fight things. Okay, go kill Anderson. Oh, and we can now see the boss, who we're not going to go fight just yet, but we can see them. All right, if we can kill the leader here, then I'll be happy with that. I don't really care about wiping out either of these units with this guy. I just want to kill the leaders, and then I can have my flying units or someone else come in and finish mopping them up. People who are... I can have units that it's a little harder to get experience on come and finish these guys off. But first, I have to kill the leader, which I'm not doing a very efficient job of doing. Let's use a Pedro of Water. Why not? Okay, with that, our Lich should now be... Actually, I think our Lich will just wipe out this entire unit. Didn't really think about that. So what I could do is I could retreat here. But do I really need to? We're going to get way more experience than we want, is the problem. At the very least, we need to put in a field pause. Maybe we don't wipe out the whole unit. Maybe these gremlins live. Not that that really matters. Yeah, a single gremlin lived. Okay. Well. How much experience do you need, Jestro? 3. You need to get a kill. You can get the kill on this leader, because that'll be really easy, and then I'll go have you take the town. So we'll go ahead and put in a field pause, because we're just going to redirect you as soon as you can run. We're gonna get in a meteor strike. It might take until after these guys actually get a hit in to be able to run away. Nope. Okay, cool. So now we run. Hey, Ankith's level or alignment actually went down there. I don't know why, but it did, and I'm happy about that. I'd be really happy to have this group be a little bit more well-rounded, or like more neutral. Destro's still low. Okay, so that's fine. We can have you take the stronghold. And maybe I'll have Paul go kill some of these guys? Ideally, I would be lowering Paul's overall alignment. Maybe I'll have Margaret go kill these guys instead, actually. Yeah, I'll just have Margaret go mop them up. More specifically, go mop up Anderson. Okay, so that's all the cities liberated, which will help, I think. Okay. We can see the boss here. We just need to finish killing these 3 units, and then we can go for From the Daemon. Okay. Aren't you spooky? I don't know if more enemies will come at us as soon as we go across the bridge. I wouldn't be surprised. This might be enough to go up a level. So I'll put in a field pause just so I can have them go back if needed. I do love how much damage we only get 2 attacks per person on this team, but I do really like how much damage we could do. Ideally, I would get another Angel Knight for the back row, but I'm not that concerned about it. Okay, so we still need about 35 more experience. I'd prefer to have you kill Chip. I don't know if we're gonna have an option. Yeah, this is not the ideal units for you to be fighting, just because they're really defensive, and our magic isn't going to do much against them either. Yeah, that's not going to do crap against them, in fact. And because we're now fighting them in the back row, I think we will actually lose this fight no matter what we do, so we might as well just retreat now. We'll retreat and see if we can get a better position to go after the unit we actually want to fight. Yeah, this will work a lot better. And go ahead and camp as well. We're figuring it out. Slowly but surely, we're figuring it out. Alright, I'm gonna have Paul come over here. Okay, you're just about there, so we'll have Gilbert come swap places with Leah. Because I'm still concerned about this place. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any enemies over there, but I don't want to tempt it. Yeah, you're now in place. Destro, how much experience do you need to go up a level? Oh, you are up a level. That's right. Okay. And we get our final item, a Caldia, which is a fan that will go on our princess. All right. Now let's see if we can finish off Chip, who is the actual person I want to be finishing off here. Oh, that's right. Chip is just a singular gremlin. I kind of forgot that, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, we did finish them off, so there's that. It's not going to give us nearly enough experience to go, up a level, but we did finish them off, so there's that. You know what? Hang out there and just whatever. You come kill this guy. They're gonna go to sleep anytime now. Actually, no, they really won't sleep because they're just golems. Golems don't sleep. But they will get stuck on the mountains, so that's cool. Alright. Our golems are stronger than their golems, so we can just punch these guys until they die. Now, this probably means that our alignment will keep going up because our golem's alignments are high, and it's probably going to try and even out, which will be annoying. Oh no, our alignments didn't change at all, actually. That's fine. I'm fine with that. That was really what I was concerned about here. Alright, cool. I'm going to test something. If I go across the bridge... Do we have enemies spawn over here? Okay, Gilbert's over here, so we can have Leah start making the long march. We don't seem to have enemies spawn over here. Okay. Well, Magnus? Come over here, then. Oh, they did actually camp. Interesting. I mean, they don't sleep, but I guess they can still get exhausted. Which I'm fine with. That means I'll actually take them out here. There we go. Took a little doing, but we got there. Our alignment did go up. But whatever. Alright, cool. So let's have you move over here. We can have Destro move over here. And we can have Dio move down here. Alright, and really, I'm just going to wait for Magnus to get into position. Let's take a look at From and his arrangement. So he's attacking from the back. So from the back, I assume they're going to do a combo magic from the back row. I think I might actually want to try and back attack them. I think they're going to be fairly equivalent no matter what, but I think they will be overall a little weaker if I back attack them. So, assuming no enemies spawn, let's just have Magnus go march his way over. We've got all the items and everything, so we'll just have Magnus march himself into position. And, yeah. We'll just speed up a bit. Assuming no enemies spawn, we'll just speed up until we are in position. Alright, we are in position. We'll go ahead and camp, and then we'll start taking this guy out. Alright, Magnus is up. so let's go for From. And Leah's still walking over. I don't think it's going to matter that much. We're probably just going to take out From in one round here, if I had to guess. We have a very strong unit. But this is our first time seeing From, or a daemon, I should say. From the Idealist, even. Why do you stand in my way? I'm only here to grant the wishes of you humans. To be free from restrictions like in my world. To create an ideal world where you are bound to no one. Oh, we have... Okay. It didn't really matter who we came here with. We have no special dialogue. Got it? Well, he's dead. Yep, and there we go. Cool. Okay, I knew we would take him out quickly. I didn't think it would be literally 2 hits. I'm not gonna lie. That was really funny to me. And we get an Ogre Blade. Cool. Oh, maybe now we have words. Our world is great. Everybody is free. Each and every one of us live to satisfy our wants, being true to our feelings. The only law we have is strength. Humans, do you realize that this is not the time to quarrel among yourselves? The denizens of the Netherworld want this blessed land, your world, as their own. Be warned. Why are you telling me this? Humans are so different from us. They hate and kill each other over trivial matters, while they laugh and find joy in such insignificant matters. I wished I could live in comfort, like the way you do. I think we might have just killed a demon who actually just wanted to be human. I don't know if we were the good guys here, to be perfectly honest with you. But we did get a few new items, and I will, between episodes, need to try and level out some experience here. But we did get a few new items, so let's see what we can equip if we want to equip anything new. The Flamberge, not really any difference. We did get the Ogre armor, which highly increases your attack, lowers your intelligence, but is just really good. And honestly, is probably not a bad one for Magnus. I think I'm going to go with the Bredeblick instead, but it's probably not a bad one for Magnus. Alternatively, oh, you come default with that. I don't think I want to switch you off of it then. We also got an Ogre Blade, which is very strong. We got a second Chattel Hog. Oh, the Ogre Blade is actually stronger than the Chattel Hog. Interesting. I might want to look into that. We do also have a Saint's Garb, which I think I might switch off of you. Or might put on you, yeah. I know this bow is just really strong, but you don't get experience for things that you petrify, which is the problem. No real new swords there. We could give you a Saint's Shield, which increases intelligence and mentality. But I don't really need that on you. We do have a new staff. Let's see, who needs a new staff the most? I think you do, actually. Let's see, where's our... Oh, we also got a new fan, which increases strength and agility. Interesting. I think the Stardust... Yeah, the Stardust is just going to be the best thing for you, no matter what. Holy Lance, no real new lances. No real better shields. Actually, let's put the Terror Shield on you since you already have the Peregrine Mail. That makes sense to me. No new whips. No new dolls. No new pointy swords. Okay. Well, we only have so many mages that can actually use staffs, so I guess we'll do that. Now, if I wanted to make an additional mage, it would probably be best in this team if I had to put one in. I don't know that I particularly want to. Yeah, if I was gonna put another mage in a team, it would actually have to be on this one. Now, what I could do is... Oh, well, you guys aren't quite level to do it. You're level 32. I don't know if you could become a siren. No, not quite. Your alignment needs to go down in order to do that. Okay. I kind of figured. Yeah, see, that becomes the real problem, is everyone's alignment is too high here. So the alternative would be to take, like, one of these guys and make them into an archmage, which I could do that if I wanted to. I could make an archmage. Then I would need to replace a unit in this team, though, which doesn't really help me much, to be perfectly honest with you. I do have a couple sirens, but they are very low level at this point. So, I don't know. I like the idea of having another mage to use another one of our books, but I don't have anyone good to turn into that, to be perfectly honest with you. Actually, Ariel could just become a siren. That's probably how I would want to do it. I would probably want to just make Ariel into a siren. If I was going to do that, then I would want to have these two at the same level, which would be 32. Turn Ariel into a siren, and then turn Celine into a priestess, which I think she can do. Yeah. Turn her into a priest, and then just swap them. That would work. That would work. Yeah, and because I'm giving her the Draconian book, it doesn't really matter where she's situated. I'd probably swap these two in position. Yeah, that would work. Actually, yeah. Maybe I'll do that in the future. Oh, but that's right. Before I do any of that, though, we did want to switch you from using the Balmung to either a Chattelhog, which is just stronger, or an Ogre Blade. I'm leaning towards the Ogre Blade, and then you can stick with the Chattelhog. Actually, I kind of like using the Chattelhog just because it is able to actually permanently take out undead, which is helpful. It's very helpful to be able to do that. That's not really a problem on this team, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's very nice to be able to do that. Wait. Jade, which contains the power of unholy water. This game has really weird stuff in it. I'd love to give you a better staff, but I can't change you off of the Hemlock. So, I guess that is what it is. Alright, cool. I think we are good here then. I think we have done all the things that we're going to do. Could give you a robe of Abyss, or any of these vestments of whatever, but I don't think it actually helps you. Alright. All right, well, I think that will do for today. In between episodes, I need to level out some experience a little bit, but I can do that between episodes. So I will see you guys next time when we go take on Latium. Catch you then.